Hello and welcome inside the Bob Johnson rink here at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. I'm Jeremy Parks alongside Austin Falco, bringing you the first of a three-leg WCBN Sports weekend here in the Cheese State. Tonight, Michigan hockey taking on conference rival, the Wisconsin Badgers. Football coverage for you tomorrow live at noon. And again, here from the Kohl Center tomorrow night at 8 p.m. for round number 2 with these two hockey teams. Austin, Michigan coming into this one, a tough road test here for 2 games at the Kohl Center against a Wisconsin team that was highly touted at the start of this season, off to a bit of a rough start, 7-5-1, 2-2 in the Big Ten. They're coming off a rough weekend at Michigan State. They split 2 games on the weekend, a 6-3 win, closing out with a 2-0 loss over in East Lansing. Coming back home against a Michigan team that has jumped to number 9 in the pairwise rankings. How do you see this Wisconsin team finding a weakness on this Michigan side tonight?
I think for Wisconsin here, it's going to be all about keeping the Michigan offense at bay. Wolverines so far last weekend at home against a tough squad in Minnesota, putting up 11 goals over a 2-game split. Meanwhile, Wisconsin going their go-to goalie, Kyle Hayton, back there, allowing less than 2.5 goals per game. It's going to be all about keeping that Wolverines offense off the board for Wisconsin here if they want to get back on track and justify their number 9 ranking in the country.
As you said, Kyle Hayton in net for the Wisconsin Badgers tonight. We are just about ready to get underway here, again, at the Bob Johnson rink at the Kohl Center. Live from Madison, Wisconsin, WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Cooper Marody faces off against Trent Frederick to get this one underway. The puck drops, Michigan wins the face-off, and we are underway. Michigan wins it away. An early breakaway for Cooper Marody off a nice feed from the back there for Michigan as it goes down into the end boards. Michigan cycling around, a quick shot on net from Cooper Marody, unable to handle it on the initial grab. There is Hayton.
An early nice save there by Hayton through traffic too.
Battling for possession in the neutral zone, Wisconsin wins the puck away. Coming up the ice for the Badgers is Sean Doogie as he gets in on net. A quick stop made by Jack LaFontaine for the Wolverines, and it's not enough. A quick goal for the Badgers to open this one up in front of net off the tough rebound from Jack LaFontaine. Goal scorer for Wisconsin is the defenseman number 20, Josh S.
Yeah, LaFontaine is unable to corral the rebound there. It bounced out right to the slot for S. Wolverines, no one on the ice knew where it was. S just came back from that left point, got everything he had into that one, and scooted it by a young goaltender for the Wolverines, LaFontaine, off to his stick side.
And just 33 seconds into this one, the Wisconsin Badgers out to an early 1-0 lead on the Michigan Wolverines. Now Jake Slaker into the face-off circle for Michigan. He is going up against the Wisconsin Badgers. And Cameron Hughes, it's one away by Michigan as they move up the ice. Will Lockwood with it on the right side, leaves it for Slaker into Wisconsin zone. But it is fought away. And now Quinn Hughes tracking back defensively for Michigan. Good forecheck by the Badgers. Given by Will Johnson, the right winger. Michigan able to get it away. And pushing up ice, Luke Martin tries a bit of a shovel pass, awkward there, didn't have possession in the neutral zone and a giveaway as James Sanchez tracks back for the Maize and Blue. Nice steal by Will Lockwood in his own defensive zone as he gets the puck up to Slaker, who cuts up the middle. Now works over to the left boards. It's Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes over to Slaker. Slaker tried to send it home to Sanchez in front, unable to find the pass. Slaker again at the blue line, cycling it around. Now back with the puck, a quick shot in on net from Nick Boca. Fought away, and Wisconsin with possession. A nice bounce pass up the end boards for the Badgers, looking for Max Zimmer as he works his way up, and almost a shot on the near side and a big crash into the boards. Nice hit delivered by Quinn Hughes. Now Michigan with the puck again.
Michigan getting some nice net front presence early on here on their first couple of shots. They've been through some tough screens. Kyle Hayden's made a couple of tough saves, showing why the senior out of Denver gets the start tonight.
Battle for possession on the Wisconsin end boards. Badgers win it away. Quick pass up ice for Wisconsin to Linus Wigsbach as Michigan regains possession in their own defensive zone. It's Griffin Luce. And now Josh Norris with the puck behind his own net. Pass to Nick Boca, bouncing around a few skates over on the near side boards here. Now Griffin Luce is just going to shovel it in towards the netminder for the Badgers and allow Michigan a wholesale line change. Big hit delivered on the boards for Michigan there by number 18, Adam Winborg. Michigan with possession in the defensive zone. Gets it up to Winborg again. Winborg's got a shot. He goes down. The arm is up. It'll be a delayed penalty.
Yeah, Winborg did a nice job just sneaking behind the Badgers there, right at the blue line. They got to receive the pass, just unable to really corral it. Badgers did a nice job, but not good enough as Wolverines go to the power play for the first time. That a power play that had a pretty solid weekend last weekend against Minnesota.
Headed to the door for Wisconsin. We'll get you that in just a moment. It is Joe S., the goal scorer here in the opening seconds for the Badgers. Now in the sin bin, 2 minutes for the trip. Michigan will have the face-off on the left-hand circle. Cooper Marody to take the face-off for Michigan. Wolverines win it. Marody cycles back to his own blue line. Gets it over to Piazza. Piazza back to Marody. Marody moving around on the right side, back to the point. Now cycling around again. Slaker with a little shot gloved up and out of play. Puck will stay in the offensive zone for Michigan.
First time tonight, Kyle Hayden's had a clean look at one and deposited it back into the net behind the net.
1:43 remaining in the penalty, 17:06 remaining in the first period. Wisconsin leads 1-0. Wolverines win the faceoff. Piazza has the puck at his blue line. He's being harassed and harangued. Gets it away over to Marody. Marody back. Shot on goal. No good. The pad save gets it away. Wolverines in front. Wolverines in front. Pashjov now gets it over again. Over to Ciccone. Ciccone fighting for it on the far side boards. A whole host of Badgers and Wolverines as the puck squirts away over to the near side boards now. Michigan able to keep it in possession. Piazza gets it back over to Ciccone. Ciccone circling around on the left side now. Works it over inside the circle, trying to come back around and then circles back. Gives it back to Piazza. Piazza back to Marody at the point, now on the right circle. Nice pass back there behind the back to Piazza. Piazza tried to shuffle it in. It's kicked away by Wisconsin, and they will get a line change in as well. Nice block made there by Jason Ford. And again, the puck is taken away in the offensive zone by the Badgers, and they will clear it down the line with 43 seconds remaining in the penalty. Jack LaFontaine, the netminder for Michigan, gets it in possession, and now the Wolverines able to push up ice.
And just no movement on the power play right now for the Wolverines.
Will Lockwood tries a dangle and goes down. No penalty there. He tripped over the legs of the Wisconsin defender and crashed to the ice. 25 seconds remaining on the penalty. Michigan resets again with Quinn Hughes. Hughes passes it up to Luce. Now over, trying to find Slaker, unable to do so, and Wisconsin wins it away, and they're going to have a 2-on-1 here. Racing back is Lockwood to get in possession. A quick shot on net, gathered into the breadbasket by LaFontaine, and that will stop play. Michigan's penalty nearing its end, just 10 seconds remaining on the power play for Michigan, down 1-0 here with 15:32 remaining in the first period.
Yeah, it was a nice job by LaFontaine. He had to corral that one. He had Jason Doogie streaking down the middle of the ice. Slaker was trying to get back there to back check, but was still a step or two behind Doogie there. So unlike the first time when LaFontaine faced a tough shot, key to not allow a rebound on that one.
Face off in the far side circle. Trent Frederick for the Badgers, lining up against Winborg. Winborg wins it. Michigan in possession. Nick Boca has it, trying to fight away, but the Badgers with a good forecheck. Boca gets back around the end boards, gives it up to Luce. Try and pass it up ice. That will be it for the penalty as S comes out of the box, and Wisconsin is back to full strength. They have the puck in possession, cruising around in front of goal, unable to get a shot near. Backhand for Ryan Wagner goes up and over the bar. A quick opportunity there off the end of the power play. Good penalty kill for Wisconsin. They maintain a 1-goal lead. They now have it in possession, cycling the puck around, fought away by the Wolverines. Still in play for Wisconsin. It's Inamoto. Inamoto puts it to the backboards where it's collected by Nick Boca for Michigan. Winborg pushing up into the far side boards, trying to win the puck. Quick centering pass, but nobody home for Wisconsin. As Raby is cruising down the line for Michigan. A nice cross-ice pass, unable to find its mark, as Wisconsin will clear it down and get a line change.
Wisconsin's at their best when they're controlling possession. That's exactly what they're doing right now in 5-on-5 play. Aside from the power play, it's been all Wisconsin so far.
And we will have our first icing call of the night. It'll come back to the Wolverine defensive zone. 14:24 remaining in the first period. Wisconsin leads it here at the Bob Johnson Rink at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, Wolverines first and foremost. They're doing a good job winning the faceoffs, but the Badgers living up to their name, really badgering. Anytime a Wolverine defenseman gets the puck, they're going hard, whether forecheck or rather than the offensive zone as well.
Michigan wins the faceoff. Will Johnson fighting for it on the backboard for the Badgers. Cycling the puck around. Almost a save. Boca gets cut inside, trying to find Will Johnson in front. Unable to find him with Seamus Malone. Quick opportunities for the Badgers. Michigan looking flat here early as Boca bounces it up off the glass into the neutral zone. Gathered by Wisconsin and pushed back to Griffin Luce. A big up ice pass, unable to find the stick of the Michigan man. Down towards the end of the boards there, Alex Ruse, as play continues on. Michigan has it in the offensive zone. Cooper Marody cycling around. Tony Calderon fighting for the puck behind the Wisconsin net. Cycling around in front. Now back to the blue line. Kept in play by Hughes. Hughes goes back around for Luke Martin. Martin gives it up. Now a fight for the puck in the corner. A nice scrum. Wisconsin gets it, cleared away by Will Johnson, the right winger. And now Michigan will reset and push up ice. No line changes yet, as some tired legs will continue out there. 13:08 remaining in the first. Now Wisconsin in possession. Unable to maintain it in the neutral zone, taken away by Cooper Marody and the Wolverines. Marody around the blue line. Now a quick pass to Piazza. Piazza rifles it in. And a nice save made by Wisconsin and Kyle Hayton. That will pause play here with just under 13 minutes to play in the first period. The number 9 Michigan Wolverines trailing by a goal here early to the Wisconsin Badgers.
And that last shift by the first line for Michigan, Danks, Marody, and Calderon, is really what Michigan needs to see a lot more of if they want to get back into this game. Only trailing 1-0 doesn't quite feel like it. Even when you look at the stat sheet, Michigan outshooting Wisconsin 6-3 in the faceoff circle, dominating by a 5-1 margin right now. It just doesn't feel like Michigan's in control of this game, and it's been their inability to sustain possession. They were finally able to do so, like I said, on that last shift, especially at the very end there. Cooper Marody brought it into the zone, didn't try to do too much, found his defenseman fresh off a shift, had 2 guys in front in case Hayton gave up a little rebound. That's what Michigan needs to see more of, and they continue their dominance of the faceoff circle. It seems like it's only going to be a matter of time.
Michigan leading the shot tally 6-3 in shots on goal. However, Wisconsin has had the better looks. Taking the faceoff for the Wolverines is Josh Norris, the highest draft pick on this Michigan lineup. A product of the San Jose Sharks now. He wins the faceoff. Alex Ruse tries a shot. Badgers win the puck away. Even rush down the left side. They will slow it up and turn the puck around the corner. Quick crashing into the boards. A few bodies go flying as Michigan comes out of it with possession. They've got an advantage down the ice, 4-on-3, unable to beat it. And now Wisconsin with a slip behind the net and a giveaway. However, they maintain possession.
And once again, Michigan won a faceoff, led to a Wisconsin opportunity. Michigan had a breakaway, gave Wisconsin the puck back. They have to be able to hang on to possession here if they're going to score anything in this game.
Lazy giveaway for Piazza in the defensive zone, quickly regained by the Wolverines. Ciccone now has it on the right side. Pushes it around, trying to find Ruse. He is cut off by Tarek Baker as he throws the puck in, and it's gathered by Luke Martin behind the Michigan net. Nick Boca with a bounce pass off the boards. A quick crash and a work around by James Sanchez as he tries to find Will Lockwood in front. Unable to do so. Almost a good chance for the Wolverines off a lazy giveaway. And now Wisconsin with a quick slap shot that's blocked off of a skate of one of the Michigan defenders. Wisconsin has not really maintained solid puck possession in the offensive zone for very long. A lot of quick shots, and again a quick shot goes wide. Bounces off the backboards, kicked away, kept in play by Peter Tischke as he sends the puck around, and it's collected by S, the goal scorer for Wisconsin. And now Lockwood has it for Michigan in the neutral zone. He kicks it up to Slaker. Slaker working on the right-hand side, now cuts back. Gives it up for Boca. Boca with a quick shot, unable to find it. Nobody home on the pass back around in front. And now again, another quick shot for the Wolverines goes up and wide from Dexter Danks. Couple of quick opportunities for the Maize and Blue go begging. Puck still in the Michigan zone. Slaker is going to push over towards the bench, and he will come out.
And finally, Michigan, the past few times down the ice, able to get a couple opportunities. One was broken up by Tischke on a nice play. But that second line, Slaker, Sanchez, Lockwood, seems to be the line that's buzzing right now.
Dexter Danks has the puck now on the far boards for Michigan. He passes down to Marody behind the net. Marody goes down as Wisconsin wins the puck back, working up the neutral zone. They've got 3-on-2. The push back to Hughes. Hughes in front, tries to take a shot, unable to find his man. It was Will Johnson open on the far side as the puck flies by him, and now Michigan has a 3-on-1 break. Dexter Danks back to Calderon. Calderon with a shot off the chest pad of Hayton. And Michigan again with a good chance, but unable to convert.
I think that went off the chest pad. I think Hayton barely got a piece of that one with his glove. It just skipped over the net and back to the boards behind him.
LaFontaine comes out of his net to give the puck up. Now coming up ice are the Wolverines with Winborg. Kicks it back to Ciccone. Ciccone now gives it to Nico Pericos coming up the left side, seeing his first action in a while. Winborg fighting for it alongside Dakota Raby. Raby wins the puck. Tries to kick it back to the blue line. Cannot find his man, and now the puck comes back into the neutral zone. Michigan will scamper back. Ciccone collects it. Pushes it back to Piazza. Piazza up ice to Winborg. Winborg working on the left-hand side. He cycles it around for Raby. Raby back to Winborg. Winborg trying to find somebody in front. Nobody there. Gathered up in possession by Tim Davison for Wisconsin. And now pushing up ice for the Badgers is Linus Weisenbach. Alex Ruse with a nice pass up the ice for Michigan. Gives it up to Josh Norris. Norris working on the left-hand side. Goes all the way around. Tries to find the open stick in front. Cannot. He was targeting Brendan Warren. A lot of fast-paced, upbeat action. Not a lot of stoppages in play. Again, Wisconsin with a chance in front. A nice dangle. Gets in front and a goal. Max Zimmer for the Badgers. Had the nice pullback on the stick. Fooled LaFontaine. Skipped underneath. And over the line for the second goal of the night for the Badgers as they double their lead 2-0 here late in the first.
It's been odd man rush versus odd man rush going back and forth for the past 5 minutes in play, it seems like. Michigan had a few opportunities over on the Wisconsin end. Wisconsin had a few over on the Michigan end, and it was Wisconsin finally able to cash in with that one.
The 4th-round draft pick for the Carolina Hurricanes scoring on another Carolina Hurricanes draft pick in the form of Jack LaFontaine. And it looks like that one just got underneath the clinched arm of the netminder for the Wolverines and skipped behind his back for the second goal of the night for the red and white. And now Zimmer, the 2 goal scorers. Michigan struggling here early. They've had good opportunities, but no goals to show for it. Wisconsin wins the faceoff. We've got 8:36 remaining in the first period. Sanchez throws it around the back. Big hit leveled by Will Lockwood to keep the puck in possession. Slaker unable to find it, and now Wisconsin pushing up ice. It's Trent Frederick. Frederick tries to find somebody in front. As Michigan has the puck back with Luce. Over to Boca, back to James Sanchez. Sanchez throws it over to the left side board for Luce. Pushed away. And now Wisconsin regains possession, and Michigan will make a few switches. And now Wisconsin pushing up ice. Going to be another opportunity here for Ryan Wagner, unable to get the shot off in front. As you said again, it's going to be another opportunity for the Wolverines up the ice. It's Quinn Hughes. Hughes on the left-hand side trying to find an odd angle shot. Closed off and it goes wide left. Wisconsin picks it up and again pushing up ice. Fast skates in both directions.
Well, the D-man on both sides just slow around the blue line, getting beat time and time again.
Quinn Hughes, the offensive-minded defenseman for Michigan, goes crashing at the blue line trying to push the puck into play. It's going to be offsides against the Wolverines. 7:26 remaining in the first period. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Austin Falco. Not a lot of time for you to talk here early, Falco. It's been non-stop action so far.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth action. Like I just said, the defensemen on both sides really slow getting turned around at the blue line. For Michigan, it just looks like they're so much faster on the Wisconsin defensemen right now. They've gotten a couple opportunities based on just speed alone. For Michigan, just like lapses in judgment. They're letting open Wisconsin skaters right down the middle of the ice. It's not making LaFontaine's day too easy. Thankfully, a few back checks have prevented even better looks than what Wisconsin's seen so far, but 2 goals on 4 shots for Wisconsin does not bode well for the Wolverines for the rest of this game.
Well, after Wisconsin scored 33 seconds into this one, I think Michigan got a little aggressive with the defensemen. You see Piazza, you see Quinn Hughes pushing up the ice and trying to get back too quickly. They come a little bit wide, and Wisconsin has had a few nice open passes right up the crease, and it's led to a few opportunities, and it led to the last goal here just a few seconds ago.
And it's not necessarily time to be that aggressive if you're Michigan. Granted, you didn't want to go down 1-0 33 seconds in, but like I said, only 33 seconds in. There's plenty of game left. Play your game, play sound defensively, and don't put yourself in a bigger hole. Unfortunately, they were unable to do that. We'll see if they can get back to the fundamentals for the rest of the first period at least.
Face-off will be Cooper Marody, and the captain for the Badgers, Cameron Hughes. Wisconsin wins it. Trying to find an up-ice pass, unable to do so, bounces off a few sticks, up and out of play, and again, play will stop. Haven't had 2 quick stoppages all night long. Michigan still leading in the shots on goal, tally 6-4 over the Badgers, and a whole host of shots that have gone wide. It'll come back to the center face-off circle, and again, it'll be Marody and Hughes. And again, Hughes wins it, but Marody tries to work his way around, does a good enough job to fight it back to Piazza. Piazza, quick shot, kicked away by the goalkeeper, Hayton. Michigan still with the puck. Piazza throws it down deep. Battle for the puck in the end boards. Wisconsin able to clear it just past the puck of Piazza, the defenseman, who gets it to Calderon and to Marody. Play is onside for Michigan. Right in the slot, taken down from behind is Marody, as he's quick to get up, and that's going to be an odd man opportunity for Wisconsin. The quick shot goes off the leg pads, and a nice hit leveled at the end there by Joe Ciccone. However, S still has the puck for Wisconsin. Gets it down deep in front again, looking for an opportunity right in front of LaFontaine, and they cannot find the open man. Posted up right in front is Jason Ford. Puck cycling around. Ford tries to get the redirect, and it goes wide right. Michigan cannot clear the puck. And a battle for it on the far end boards as it finally gets out of play. Another couple of bullets sweat off by the Wolverines, already down 2 goals. Quick slap shot there from Tarek Baker, goes up into the netting and out of play.
And the first real sustained pressure for Wisconsin in this game, coming off of a rush in which Cooper Marody was tripped up. Michigan struggled to get back in time, seemed scrambled for the first half of that possession in the offensive zone for Wisconsin. Eventually able to regroup and just trickle it out long enough to force a stoppage.
Adam Winborg in to take the defensive face-off. He's pairing up against Jared Zerbel for Wisconsin. Zerbel unable to win it. However, Wisconsin pushing up to the end boards, trying to get it back. Winborg pushes it up to Dakota Raby. He pushes it back for Griffin Luce. Luce gives up the puck to Zerbel. Zerbel working around behind the net as he works to the far boards. And Michigan takes the puck back. Raby fighting for it, and now a hand pass down in front. Got it down. And Michigan again dodging opportunities right in the crease for the Badgers. Raby gets a stick to it. Again, the arm is up for offside for the Wolverines. They will have to cycle back. They'll get a line change in. Puck going up ice for Wisconsin. Was intended for Zerbel, but it'll go all the way down for an icing call. 5:37 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal even between the two sides at 6 apiece, but Wisconsin with a 2-goal advantage.
And Wisconsin staying aggressive even with that 2-goal advantage, hounding the Michigan defensemen. Anytime they get a puck deep in their zone, they are hard on the forecheck, just their style of play.
Zerbel, who has spent a good amount of time on the ice in the face-off circle against Josh Norris. As a whistle is blown, they will stay in the circle though. One away by Norris. Kick back to Quinn Hughes. He gets a shot that just goes wide. Another rebound opportunity for Brendan Warren. Unable to get it. Wisconsin clears down the ice. Recollected by Hughes. He gets it up to Norris. Norris on the right side now. He tries to find a pass in front. A nice diving block. But again, Norris in front. Couple of shots. A scramble in front of net. Nobody can find the puck, and it's now behind the net and gathered up at the point by Luke Martin, who simply shovels it in and forces the gather by Hayton. And Michigan will have another face-off in the offensive zone.
And Hayton looks locked in right now. He's tracking the puck side to side. Every time the Wolverines try to get something going there, he is right on it, swallowing up pucks, not giving up rebounds whenever possible. Very impressed so far with the senior.
He's a career .931 save percentage. However, so far this season, just .900, a hair low. He's had 13 shutouts in his career here at Wisconsin for the senior out of Denver, Colorado. Looking at NHL free agency after the season, trying to impress the scouts here tonight. James Sanchez with a quick shot off the face-off draw. Blocked away. Wisconsin now has possession. Offsides would be called. Had Wisconsin touched the puck, Wagner was out of position. So Michigan gathers and brings it up ice. Sanchez kicks back to Lockwood on the right circle, looking in front, cannot find a man. Michigan still with opportunities. Quick back pass from Lockwood. Can't find the deflection. A whole host of red and white bodies in front.
Not a great shot there by Lockwood. He had 3 open Wolverines. He had his back to the net. Tried to flick and flicked a weak one that ended up getting blocked. Could have been a nice opportunity there for Michigan, but goes by the wayside.
Now Hughes up ice. The pass is given away, and it's collected by Seamus Malone. Malone on the right side. Back to the point. Over to S on the near side. He shovels it in. Unable to get the redirect is Johnson. And again, it's Johnson behind the boards along with Cameron Hughes, the captain. Michigan harasses the puck out of the way and gets it beyond the blue line, and Wisconsin will retreat. And now Will Johnson with the puck. Gives it back to Peter Tischke. Tischke tries to throw it up ice. Good fight there by Dakota Raby to win the puck away. And again, Wisconsin gathers it back on another Michigan turnover. Ciccone doing a nice block out in front. Almost a rebound opportunity for Jason Ford for the Badgers. Another quick shot on LaFontaine. He blocks it away. Joe Ciccone now. Back to Dakota Raby. Ciccone looks a little lost out there tonight, still trying to find that puck. Kicks it away right to a Wisconsin winger there. It was Linus Wigsbach. Wisconsin shovels the puck back into the offensive zone, but Michigan collects and now has a little bit of time to recollect and push up ice with Dexter Danks, who goes to Tony Calderon on the left. Calderon pushing in front. Odd angle shot blocked off the side. Michigan still with possession. Looking for it in the slot, bouncing off of a few different twigs. Picked up by Wyatt Kalnick as it fights its way into the neutral zone with a little shimmy and a shake as Michigan comes back up with Calderon. Calderon pressuring Wisconsin back into their defensive zone. Puck is on the stick of Kalnick. Kalnick throws it up ice. LaFontaine comes around, resets it. Now he shovels it around the boards here, and it'll clatter and come back behind the net again. Good hit by Nick Boca. A scrum for it is won by Boca. However, Wisconsin gets it back at the point, and again they will cycle behind. Griffin Luce is now going to give chase. He simply throws it back for Boca, who has enough time as Wisconsin retreated for the line change. Room up that left-hand side and found, and now Cooper Marody in front. One too many touches, it goes wide. Boca still has possession though as he wraps around, trying to find the stick of Marody in front. No good. Kept in play by Dexter Danks. Cooper Marody behind. 1:59 remaining in the first period. Cooper Marody is down behind the net. Wisconsin with the puck. They push up the left boards. Moving forward is Wagner. Wagner gives it back to Doogie. Doogie has it. Back to Josh Norris. And Alex Ruse now pushing up for the Wolverines. Opportunity in front for Ruse. It's blocked at the last minute by the extended stick of Inamoto. Michigan still has it. Keeps it in play. Opportunity over on the far circle. Diving stop made on Rue's attempt to center. Back behind the net. Trying to find the redirect in front, and it bounces back to Quinn Hughes. Quinn Hughes loses it. A nice poke check for Wisconsin as Michigan will have to reset. Josh Norris has it in play now. Gathered up by Tischke. A big hit. Michigan with possession in the offensive zone. Puck bounces near the blue line. Ciccone keeps it in. Going down in front. It's going to be a delayed penalty call on the shove. I think it'll be interference here. Indeed. And that'll be another 2-minute penalty against the Badgers. The Wolverines will finish out the period here with just 52 seconds left on the power play. If they fail to score, they'll have another 1:08 at the start of the second. Headed to the box for the Badgers is number 6, Peter Tischke.
And a welcome change there for the Wolverines for the most part tonight. The only two lines really getting pressure were those top two lines. The third line there with Norris, Ruse, and Warren able to put together a little bit of sustained pressure in the offensive zone, and was sending Norris right back out there after a long shift to start off this power play.
52 seconds left in the period. Badgers lead 2-0. Wolverines would love to get one back before heading into the locker room. They've done well so far this period to find good opportunities. They just haven't found the twine. Battle for the puck off the face-off. Think Michigan has it, and now it's popped up and over and out of play. It was right on the far side, or the near side boards, I should say, right underneath where we have just a bit of an obstructed view with the fans down in front. Overall, a nice position here in section 210 at the Kohl Center. It's going to come back to the right-hand face-off circle. As again, Josh Norris sets up for the Wolverines.
I'd like to see something quick here for Slaker if they can.
Called off as Norris is going to be shown the exit.
Or never mind then, if Slaker goes to the face-off circle to replace him.
Back comes in Slaker. Slaker gets it to Norris. Norris pushes back to Slaker on the right side. Cross-ice pass to Hughes. Hughes takes a shot. Almost a deflection. Bouncing around in front of the net. Nobody can find it. Will Lockwood gathers. Lockwood back to Hughes. Over to Slaker. Slaker trying to find an opportunity inside. Now Hughes. Hughes kicks it back over. Kicked away on the shot opportunity for Michigan. Stayed in play by Hughes. Hughes back to Slaker. Slaker with a shot blocked. Slaker again. Over to the crease to Hughes. Back over to Norris. Norris wraps it around. Michigan struggling to find a shot. 8 seconds left in the period. Norris, 3 seconds, throws it up in front. Nobody's going to be home, and that'll do it for the first period here from the Bob Johnson rink at the Kohl Center. A rough one for Michigan. They looked all right in the first period, but they give up 2 goals, including one 33 seconds into the contest. The goal scorers in that period for the Badgers. The first one scored by the defenseman Josh S. Second scored by number 22, the left winger Max Zimmer. Austin, your thoughts on the first period as Michigan leads in the shots on goal tally 10-9, but down 2.
And as we talked about a few times in that first period, a lot of back and forth action. Both teams had periods where they were able to sustain some offensive zone success, but ended up being Wisconsin on a couple odd man rushes that were able to put the biscuit in the basket there in the first period. Michigan, you'd like to think they want to get something here to start that second period. They have about a minute of power play time left. They can get something there. They have to feel good about their chances. They do look, as you said, they look fine in that first period, playing Wisconsin just about to a dead heat, it seems like, early on.
And it'll be a task for Mel Pearson in the locker room to talk to the troops, figure out how they want to get started with 1 minute and 8 seconds left on the power play when we come back for the second period. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Austin Falco. We'll fade out. We'll be back in 20. We'll leave you with the natural sounds of Bob Johnson Rink here at the Kohl Center. We'll see you in a minute.
Let's send things over to Andrew Brooks, who's in the crowd with our contestant.
That's right. Okay, fans, we're here with Jason from Verona. What's going on, Jason?
Just to join the game.
That's right. So we're going to have a little category game tonight. We're going to test your Badger hockey knowledge, okay? So what's going to happen is I'm going to give you a category. You're going to have 30 seconds to name as many items within that category as possible. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to test All-American goaltender Hal Hayes' Badger hockey knowledge as well. And he's got to name some too. Same exact thing, okay? So here's what we're going to do. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Fans, are you ready? Yes? Okay, your category is to name as many of the 90 Badger hockey players who played in the NHL. Now here's the deal. If you beat Kyle, you're going to get $150 to spend at Hy-Vee. And that's not it. Everyone in your row is going to get $10 to spend at Hy-Vee too. So like this is big time. Perfect for the holidays.
Awesome.
Okay, so here we go. Again, name as many of the 90 Badger hockey players who played in the NHL. Let's see if we can get the time up on the clock here. Give you a little countdown. 3, 2, 1.
Craig Smith, Brendan Smith, Mike Richter, Barry Richter, Tommy Gilbert, Gary Chuchuk, Steve Reinblatt, Nick Cordelis, Luke Condon, Jack Skilly, Lenny Moore, Dave Bailey, Cujo, Brian Elliott, Chris Giles,
Matt, you're good, you're good. I think we've got everyone yelling right now. All right, we gotta get our final count. 15, you got 15. All right, nice job, Jason. So here's the deal. We're gonna send it over to Kyle now. Let's see how Kyle does. Roll the video.
Tony Bernardo, Marco Siki, Greg Richter, Brian Elliott, Brennan Ford, Jake Gardner, Jake McCabe, Michael Murch, Jack Skilly, Craig Smith, Ryan Suter, Kyle Turris, Steve Alley, Adam Burrish, John Weiss.
There you have it, Jason. It's a tie.
Tammy Healy.
No, it is a tie game. 15-15. Look at that. However, let's give it up for Jason real quick. Nice job. You know your Badger hockey. Nice. Okay, so we got to give you the $150 from Hy-Vee. Congratulations. You go spend that money, Hy-Vee, and then everyone in your rows get $10 to spend at Hy-Vee as well. Nice job. Give it up for Jason.
Enjoy Wisconsin hockey with your fingertips. Download the updated Badger Game Day app on searchable arena and concession apps. Also, enjoy live sports and more. The Badger Game Day app available for iOS in the App Store and for Android and Google Play. Download it for free. 3 for the next online selection of Wisconsin Badger apparel and gifts. You shop Bucky'sLockerRoom.com. Gear for men, women, and kids, to collectibles to accessories, even weddings for your home office at Bucky'sLockerRoom.com. You will find something for every Badger fan. Shop and enjoy the daily specials, ranging from free shipping to large percentages of Badger apparel. Hey fans, you can win big with the Colors. 5-goal free-for-all. The Badger score 5 or more goals in tonight's game. A free single-screen dish is free-for-all. Simply use your ticket stub and a week of tonight's game. And you can participate in the scenario Colors Restaurant. Play and win in the Colors 5-goal free-for-all. And fans, it's time for the Badger calendar presented by Coach on Video. For information on all of these events and their order tickets, visit UWBadgers.com.
Welcome back inside the Bob Johnson Rink here at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Daniel Thompson. Michigan down 2 after the first period. They lead the shots on goal tally 10-9. Found some good opportunities, but unable to put it in the back of the twine. Daniel, your thoughts on the first period for Michigan?
Yeah, really an unfortunate first period for the Wolverines. They got down early with conceding a goal 33 seconds into the game, and I think that really defined the period for them. All in all, they played the Badgers pretty evenly. However, they had to be a little bit too aggressive. The defenders caught themselves a little bit playing a little bit too forward, which allowed for a second Wisconsin goal at one point. So I think really more or less an even first period that resulted in a 2-goal Wisconsin lead, thanks to the tone set by an early goal for Wisconsin.
Yeah, again, that first goal just 33 seconds into the first period off the stick of Josh S. Set the tone for Wisconsin. They had some good opportunities. Michigan a little bit flat and lazy on the defensive end, gave up some good opportunities in the crease for the Badgers. And they found a second goal on the deflection right off the understretched arm of Jack LaFontaine, the Michigan netminder tonight. Just a few minutes here from the start of the second period. Michigan will start again on the power play. They'll have 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining with the man advantage to open up the period after a late interference call went against the Badgers and put Peter Tischke in the box. Bucky the Badger out on his skates here, riling up the crowd at the Kohl Center again. The first leg of a 3-leg weekend here for WCBN Sports Hockey tonight. We've got football coverage live from Camp Randall tomorrow at noon. And again back here at the Kohl Center tomorrow night for an 8 p.m. face-off, round number 2 between these two sides on the ice. Looks like the Michigan coaching staff making their way back to the benches. We'll see what Mel Pearson cooked up with his men in the locker room. Michigan's been a come-from-behind team in several games this season. Last week, notably, both games against the Minnesota Badgers, in which they won and tied respectively, were come-from-behind opportunities for the Maize and Blue in the home ice confines of Yost.
Yeah, the Wolverines were able to erase a 6-3 third-period deficit in about the blink of an eye. I'm not sure what the exact elapsed time was, but it was about 6 minutes that they erased. Went from 6-3 to 6-6, took that game to a shootout.
And so both teams back out on the ice now. Go ahead, Daniel.
Yeah, certainly the Wolverines aren't going to be too fazed by a deficit. I think the way they played in that first period will allow them to calm down. They know that they can play this Badger team pretty evenly. Of course, Wisconsin is ranked number 9. They handled the number 4 Golden Gophers last week, just fine, getting a win and a tie. So they shouldn't be too fazed by this perhaps mismatch in the rankings. So I think they should be able to be more calm and use that power play to their advantage to start off this period.
We'll see what Michigan has under its belt here. 6-3-1, 2-1-1 in the Big Ten coming into this one, trying to extend their margin over the Badgers in conference play. Both teams getting ready to come back out. Cooper Marody will take the face-off for the Wolverines. And it will be Tarek Baker, I believe, for Wisconsin. Indeed it is. The puck is down. We're underway in the second period. Michigan wins it away with Marody and pushes up ice. He works his way around the left-hand side, trying to find a centering pass. Targeted for Dexter Danks. Danks wins it away. Coming up the slot, tries to work it in front. The puck squirting around. Calderon can't put it home. Cycled back to Michigan again. And now it's picked up by Marody. Shot! Score! Tony Calderon from the left circle bites back into the Wisconsin lead. Michigan gets a goal back. It's 2-1 in favor of Wisconsin off the power play goal. And again, Wisconsin scored just 33 seconds into the first period. Michigan scoring 24 seconds into the second.
There we go. The Wolverines 1-upping the Badgers, showing anything you can do, I can do better with a even quicker first period goal to start the period. Of course, the Wolverines were aided with the power play.
It was a nice tic-tac-toe pass. Cooper Marody will get the assist to Tony Calderon. First goal of the night for the Maize and Blue, and as we talked about, the comeback kids showing off early here. Back to full strength for the Badgers as they will look to respond. Wisconsin wins the face-off and sends it back deep into the Michigan zone, where Luke Martin tries to tally it in behind the net. Gathered up by the Badgers and Frederick. Frederick looking for a centering pass, can't get the rebound. Working back around again, it'll be picked up by S. S throws it around the end boards. Finds his man, Sean Doogie. Doogie looking for a man. Now Sanchez in front. Michigan trying to get some blockers. Wisconsin cycling well, and it's worked up and out of play. And now the whistle blows. It's going to be a penalty called against Michigan. Sanchez is going to go to the box for 2 minutes, presumably for boarding.
And that really is Michigan shooting themselves in the foot right there. They were right in position to get back into this game. They're going to have to weather their first penalty kill of the night. We'll see how that works out for them.
And it'll actually be a slash on James Sanchez up on the near side boards. And now Wisconsin will have a power play opportunity. Michigan will go to the penalty kill. 19 minutes remaining in the second period. Wisconsin leads 2-1. Face-off won by the Badgers and Hughes. Hughes gives it back to Jake Linhart. Back to Linhart at the point. Linhart looking around, finds Hughes. Now Michigan trying to fight it back out of play, but it's gathered in by Linhart. Blocked by Brendan Warren as it bounces around the sideboards and back into the neutral zone. Wisconsin will reset. Michigan with one of the better penalty kill units in the country, Daniel.
Yeah, and a great move there by Warren to sticks a skate in the way, deflects the shot, and makes the Badgers go chase the puck to restart possession.
Picked up by Linhart. Linhart dumps it off on the left circle, gives it back, this time to Davison. Davison over to Hughes. Back to Linhart. Linhart lets it go. It's blocked right in front by Michigan. Griffin loose, throwing his body in the way. Back to the point again. Linhart cycling around, looking in front, dumps it off. Back to Hughes, back to Linhart. Linhart over. Shot on goal, blocked off the leg pad for Jack LaFontaine. A nice save, and Michigan fights it back into the Wisconsin zone. Both teams will get line changes. There's 56 seconds remaining in the penalty. Wisconsin with the man advantage, up a goal. Michigan just responded 24 seconds into the period. Wisconsin will reset with Wyatt Kalnick. Kalnick coming up the ice. Kalnick gives it up to Doogie. Around the backboard. Circling around again. It goes to Wigsbach. Wigsbach loses it to Adam Vinborg as it goes back. And again, 20 seconds remaining on the penalty now. Wisconsin will give one more push up the ice with the man advantage. Bringing it in is Ryan Wagner. Wagner throws it back to Frederick. Frederick around to Doogie. Doogie working around, along with Tischke. Tischke goes back to Kalnick. Kalnick over to Frederick. Frederick over to the top, to the point. Shot blocked in front. Another opportunity. Put back, score. Beat him on the far side. The assistant captain, the center, Trent Frederick. The first round pick for the Boston Bruins. Wisconsin back up 3-1 here at the Kohl Center.
And after nearly a fully perfect penalty kill, really giving LaFontaine only one save to make in the vast majority of that penalty kill, the Michigan defense ends up not living up to its penalty kill record on the season, and concedes a goal there right at the end. Really disappointing end to an otherwise pretty strong penalty kill, not allowing too many shots for the Badgers.
Michigan had some momentum. Then the slashing penalty from James Sanchez gives way to a power play goal for the Badgers. A quick opportunity in front. Another opportunity in front, blocked away. Michigan with two giveaways leading to open shots in the crease, but good saves by LaFontaine. And now a breakaway opportunity. It's Calderon again. Can't find the net. Stonewalled. Another shot opportunity off the post. Can't get it as Marody. Marody in front. Can't find the goal. What a sequence. The Wolverines cannot score. Calderon has it in the circle. Fought away. Quinn Hughes now with a shot blocked away. Wisconsin is a brick wall. Dexter Danks with the puck now. Behind the net for Michigan. 3 opportunities there. 2 on open nets, and Michigan couldn't get it to settle, and Wisconsin has the puck. The Kohl Center is rocking.
You may have seen the 2 easiest opportunities Michigan was going to have tonight. 2 perfect opportunities, couldn't convert either, and now that's really revitalized the Kohl Center, sporting a 2-goal lead.
It was a breakaway opportunity for Tony Calderon. He was stonewalled by Kyle Hayton. A rebound opportunity in front would not go. Marody could not find the opportunity in front either. Another shot went off the post as well. Back to center ice when the puck went out of play. Face-offs won by Griffin Luce and the Wolverines. They're down 2. James Sanchez has the puck and sends it to the backboards. quite the series there. Will Lockwood going around behind the Wisconsin net. Gets it back to the point for Luce. Blocked, and again up into the netting and out of play. Boy, oh boy, Daniel. Gonna lose my voice if Michigan keeps coming that close without getting the thing to show for it.
Absolutely. These possessions have just gone on without end for the Wolverines as they retain possession of the puck but can't put it into the net. We'll see if they can improve on that. That's part of the reason why they're trailing 3-1 despite leading in shots so far in this game.
Who else to take the offensive zone face-off than Adam Vinborg? He will go up against Trent Frederick. And now Frederick will be shown the early exit, and he will give way to Sean Doogie. Doogie and Winborg. Doogie wins it away. Dakota Raby fighting for it to keep it in play. He gets the puck. Now tracking back in for Michigan. Coming back around again, Wisconsin has it. They try and clear. It's kept in play by Griffin Luce. Hustled in, and now Frederick wins the puck. Coming down the ice. Behind Griffin Luce, he gets a good poke check to clear it away. Now holding it at the point is Wisconsin. A quick shot in, blocked by Dakota Raby. Dakota Raby trying to get a quick opportunity. His glove goes flying down the ice. Wisconsin with a great forecheck. Frederick in behind. Michigan can't get anything to go. Now it's picked up by the Wolverines and Nico Pericos. Unable to do anything with it. Given up to the Badgers.
And one thing you can praise the Wolverines so far is that they've really been relentless on maintaining possession of the puck. The Badgers have really given it away in a few careless situations so far. The Wolverines have not done so.
Brendan Warren carried it all the way down himself. Now Piazza has it at the point. Piazza loses the puck, gets it back, cycles it in. Scary opportunity in front, handled by the Badgers. Piazza with a slapper that is deflected wide. And now Saccone. Saccone's shot thrown off the kick pad by Hayton. Piazza cycling all the way around. Piazza looking for something in front. Piazza can't find it as it squirts right past the post. And now Josh Norris with the puck. Norris goes back to Saccone to Piazza. Piazza over to Alex Ruse. Ruse will throw it back. It's on the stick of Piazza. Piazza will go around. A nice dangle trying to come around the front. It's for Josh Norris, and he can't find it. Nice block in front by Leinhart. Michigan will get a line change. Wisconsin will get a few fresh legs as well. Brendan Warren collects and throws it behind. Pick up by Malone. Malone going up the ice for Hughes. Hughes pushing forward for Wisconsin. It's gathered in by LaFontaine, and he gives it to Quinn Hughes. James Sanchez working up the right side now. Hands it off to Lockwood. Lockwood odd angle shot blocked away. Puck still loose in front. Picked up by Wisconsin. The Badgers pushing forward now. A lot of movement here again in the second period. Peter Tischke throws it in, and it's gathered by LaFontaine behind.
And we've seen the Badgers, they've been able to basically clear everything that comes in front of the goal, with exception to allowing one goal. It's been a little bit risky, but they've been able to pull it off. We'll see if they can continue to clear any shot that comes near the goal.
LaFontaine wanted an icing call there against Jason Ford, did not get it as they reset. Gathered in the neutral zone by Vinborg. He's got a few guys offside. They come back onside. Vinborg goes across the right-hand side. He's harassed by two defenders on the far side boards. Now rushing up to keep it in play is Nick Boca. He does to Dakota Raby. Raby gets it back to Nico Pericos, who hands it right to a Wisconsin defender in the form of Jason Doogie. One of the Doogie brothers. It sounds funny, but it's true.
Indeed, numbers 23 and 24 for Wisconsin.
Sean and Jason Doogie, both right wingers. Wisconsin will throw it back into the Michigan zone to get a line change as well. Wholesale for the red and white. Calderon throws it into the offensive zone for Michigan as they'll rush down to the end boards to try and make something happen. It's Cooper Marody giving trouble to the Badgers. And now Sean Doogie gets it up the ice to number 13, Ryan Wagner. Wagner coming around the left-hand side. He's going to wrap all the way around, trying to find somebody in front. Nobody home. Going the full 360 before rifling a shot high into the glass. Wisconsin trying to come back around the net again in possession, but three Wolverines win the puck. Cleared away by Calderon. Icing call pending. If it can't be beaten out by Danks, and that's a quick call on the no-touch icing. Danks looked like he might have had a shot at it, but play is blown dead. It'll come all the way back to Michigan's defensive zone. 11:33 remaining here in the second period. Badgers lead 3-1.
Indeed, we'll have to see if the Wolverines can address the way Wisconsin's been playing defense so far. Wisconsin really has been content letting the Wolverines play around the perimeter and try to find their shot. So far, that hasn't come for the Wolverines.
Cooper Marody facing off against Cameron Hughes. Face-off won by Marody. Griffin loose, up around the boards into the neutral zone. Marody throws it over to Nick Boca. Wisconsin doing a great job of pressuring the Wolverines into turnovers. They thrive on sustained offense. Griffin loose, tripped over himself, but he's back up and into play. Wisconsin has the puck at the point with S. S throws it in wide. Regathered by Tischke. And Michigan throws it out and back to the neutral zone, where it'll be a fight. Josh Norris will skate up to the end boards, and it'll be an icing call again. The puck will return. 10:51 remaining in the second period. 2-goal lead for the Badgers.
And worth noting, Michigan now leads shots 20-14. As the second period has continued, Michigan has expanded on their shots lead, with really the majority of Wisconsin's shots this half coming during their one power play opportunity, which they did convert for a goal. And with the way things are going, Wisconsin can kind of afford this slower pace that has been really burning clock so far and not allowed the Wolverines to score too often.
There will be a media timeout here. What do you say if you're Mel Pearson to the troops? They're doing just about everything right, but they can't seem to hit the nail on the head.
At this point, I think you just have to encourage them to keep up what they're doing. A lucky bounce will come at some point. You will catch a break if you are continue to allow, Wisconsin allows the Michigan team to continue to really possess the puck for so long and take so many shots. They have to hope that something is going to come their way eventually. Michigan shouldn't be too discouraged and should continue the way they have been so far.
And it's actually a 2-minute penalty against Wisconsin for the stoppage in play. It's against Seamus Malone. And that will lead to another Michigan power play. He got 2 minutes for slashing. Didn't even see him head to the box, but Michigan has the puck in possession as a quick shot is rifled off by the Wolverines, and Jake Slaker up into the netting, out of play. So again, another power play chance for Michigan. They're down 2 goals, 10:40 remaining in the second. A big momentum swing opportunity here for the Maize and Blue.
Together, the two teams are 2 for 2 this period on power plays. We'll see if the Wolverines can make it 3 for 3.
Slaker is going to face off against Trent Frederick. Whistle's blown. Face-off will come back again. The same two in the circle. Slaker and Frederick. Michigan wins it. Alex Ruse has the puck, gives it back to Slaker, who goes wide over. Now Josh Norris with the puck. Norris goes back. Over to the corner boards by Quinn Hughes. Alex Ruse going around. Michigan still maintaining possession. Not comfortable yet, trying to get it set up for a cycle. Now they do. Hughes back to Slaker, and Slaker lazily loses the puck. Almost a breakaway chance for the Badgers, but the arm is up again. And I think we're going to see another penalty here. Indeed we will. The arm went up. I think it'll be against the Wolverines and Jake Slaker, and that will quickly eliminate the man advantage for Michigan.
Yeah, that's really killer for the Wolverines now. They went from being able to look at this game and say, hey, we can get a goal right here, quickly make it a one-score game again. Now they're going to be asked to be on the defense. It's going to be even for a little bit here. It looks like the penalty occurred with 1:23 into Michigan's power play. So we will see about 37 seconds of a Wisconsin power play.
And again, slashing the call, a popular penalty tonight here at the Bob Johnson rink at the Kohl Center. 4-on-4 play. This favors Michigan with their speed, I have to say, it's picked up by Linhart for Wisconsin, though. Dumped in for Cameron Hughes. Hughes takes an odd angle shot up high and wide. Wisconsin loses the puck. Giving chase is Will Lockwood. Back for Wisconsin again. Another opportunity for Cameron Hughes as he falls over to the right side. Pushed over by Piazza. Back to Linhart. Linhart has it. Gives it back again. Wisconsin circling around. It's Kalnick. Kalnick throws it in for Cameron Hughes. Hughes is pushed around by Piazza. Now puck over up to center. It's Kalnick. Kalnick's shot blocked over into the right corner. Picked up finally by Will Lockwood. 9:24 remaining. 32 seconds left until Wisconsin gets a short man advantage. Trying to work the puck all the way around is Will Lockwood. A couple of nice dangles. He gets around two Wisconsin defenders but cannot beat the third. Puck gathered in possession and a nice hit for Wisconsin. Gets the puck back in the possession of the Badgers. And that's going to be an off the play hit by Wisconsin as the whistles blow it dead. The hit was leveled by Ryan Wagner. And down there on the ice, badgering at him is Josh Norris, and that'll be another penalty for Wisconsin. So again, just a penalty-happy quarter, or period, I should say.
And just like that, the script is flipped again. Now Michigan is going to feel good about themselves. They can just weather this even strength period and then take over for regular power play man advantage. They're going to have 12 seconds of a 4-to-3 man advantage. Certainly favorable for goal-scoring conditions. The less men on the ice, the more likely you are to see a goal. So we'll see 12 seconds of 4 on 3.
The penalty is the official call from upstairs, roughing on Ryan Wagner for Wisconsin. However, it was also a coincidental penalty on Josh Norris as well. But Norris is not in the box for the Wolverines. As far as it's showing here on the boards at the Kohl Center, it's going to be a man advantage for Michigan, 4-on-3 for a minute. Trying to figure out the actual figuring of the time here. The referees have taken a pause. They're over at the benches. Mel Pearson, meanwhile, has a chance to talk with his team, as does Tony Granato to his Wisconsin Badgers. So there are currently 7 penalties tallied up combined between the two sides. 3 penalties on the board for 6 minutes total against Michigan. 4 penalties on the board for 8 minutes against Wisconsin. And so Norris is in the box for Michigan now. A lot of penalties on that last sequence of events. However, Michigan is playing even 4-on-4 hockey for the moment. There's 9 seconds remaining in Wisconsin's power play. And now a quick opportunity for Brendan Warren. He circles around. He's brought down in front of the net. Can't get the shot off. Had the open opportunity. And it's gathered up by Sean Doogie. Doogie gives it to Kalnick. Kalnick's pass intercepted, and the whistles will blow it dead again. And an elbow call from the referee here. Now there's 26 seconds remaining on the other Michigan power play, or penalty, I should say. And then we will start the offsetting 6 and 8 minutes worth of PIMS, I believe, is the plan.
So it looks like we are about to see 26 seconds of 3v5 with the Wolverines down. Yeah, Wolverines are going to be down 2 skaters.
For 26 seconds, a fantastic opportunity for Wisconsin as the elbow is the call.
Yeah, it looks like the Michigan offense is going to be crippled for over 2 minutes here.
8:40 remaining in the second period. Wisconsin leads by 2. They win the faceoff, and they have 2 men in the advantage. It's Kalnick. Wisconsin slow and methodical, working it around to Frederick. Frederick goes back to Doogie. Doogie working around. Cameron Hughes is in front of the net, posted up. A quick shot from Kalnick goes wide left. Picked up again and thrown back to Kalnick. Kalnick over to Frederick. A quick opportunity on the open side, and now Michigan's going to have an opportunity with Jake Slaker one-on-one. He's going left, right off the post! A prime opportunity for the Wolverines. Again goes begging Jake Slaker off the post, and now Wisconsin with a quick opportunity the other way. Doogie back again to Cameron Hughes. A flip-flop goal. Wisconsin now leads by 3.
And that's really the story of the night right there. Michigan with another great opportunity, really all alone. Slaker had as good of a chance as we're going to see tonight. Goes off the post.
Slaker one-on-one out of the box. He beat the keeper. Hayton couldn't beat the iron. And now Michigan's down 3.
In just seconds, it went from Michigan looking like they were going to make it a one-goal game, a short-handed goal at that, to make it a one-goal game. In the blink of an eye, they're now down 3. Quick transition by Wisconsin. That's the second time I'd say now that we've seen a quick transition goal for the Badgers. We've seen a change of keeper now. Hayden Levine coming in.
Well, we walked into the arena tonight with a young man who had an Adam Winborg stick and was Jack LaFontaine's little cousin. A rough night at the arena for the young man, probably, as he watches his cousin go out, giving up 4 goals against the Badgers. And really, you know, you can fault LaFontaine for some of that, but Michigan's had plenty of opportunities. And again, like you said, prime example of the night, one-on-one for Slaker down the ice, hits the post, return shot, goal for Wisconsin.
Yeah, very hard to blame LaFontaine for situations like that where most of his defense is out of position. He's really got to be, the keeper should be focused on the puck and should have his defenders with him to try to cover the potential new puck handlers following a pass. Really asking a lot for LaFontaine to try to prevent a goal there. Nonetheless, we'll see if the change in keeper can help the Wolverines get back into this game.
So now Michigan is back to 5-on-5 hockey. They win the face-off, and they're down 3. Not something that the Wolverines are unaccustomed to this season. Tony Calderon fighting for the puck in the offensive zone. He's on the end boards. Cooper Marody fought away. Coming up the ice is Wisconsin. It's Tischke. Tischke handing it off behind the end boards, and the net now comes off its moorings. A few players bump into it, and that will stop play with 7:28 remaining in the second period.
And yeah, it is important to remember the Wolverines have been here, made a 3-goal comeback against a top 10 team before, but this really has come in a demoralizing fashion right there, with the Wolverines being presented so many golden opportunities this period, coming up empty all but once. And seeing the Badgers once again score 2 goals so far in this period.
Faceoffs won by the Wolverines in the defensive zone. It's picked up by Joe Ciccone. Ciccone loses the puck. Wisconsin again with the forecheck, causing troubles for the Maize and Blue. Slaker battling on the boards. The puck is cleared back into the neutral zone now. 4 goals for the Badgers, 1 for Michigan as it goes all the way back to the end for icing. Boy, the game has slowed here in terms of momentum for Michigan.
Quite a bit, and just slowed, I'd say, in terms of all the action going on with players being on and off the ice. We saw probably a good 6 minutes of game time that were just dedicated to power plays.
They opened the period with a goal 24 seconds in. It's been all Wisconsin since. Michigan wins the face-off there. The puck is with Quinn Hughes. Put in deep, back to Raby. Raby to Hughes. Hughes lets a shot go, can't find Winborg in front. Raby throws it in back deep behind the net for Winborg. Winborg tries the wraparound, covered well by Hayton. Puck kept in play by Nick Boca. Back to Nick Pastujov. Pastujov with the odd angle in front. And there's going to be a fight. Couple of players down on the ice as it comes to blows. Still behind the net is Pastujov getting into it with Jared Zerbel. As they're now finally broken up, we'll see what comes out of this. It was an odd angle throw in for the Wolverines looking for Adam Winborg. Winborg had the opportunity in front, and then it was immediately met with some contact by the Badgers covering the net as well. don't think we'll see any penalties off of this, although the referees are discussing it.
Yeah, the only players seem to be heading towards their own team side of the bench, not towards the penalty boxes, so...
Nothing offsetting either from what we can tell in terms of the direction from the referees. It's been a little bit of a sketchy night in terms of following the calls that these guys have thrown out.
Yeah, really been a really confusing period when keeping track of power plays, who's been on the ice. But the refs are electing to keep it simple for now.
Josh Norris in the face-off circle. He'll go up against Frederick. Looks like the referees are now going to conference with Mel Pearson over at the Michigan bench and confirm whatever is going on the ice. Michigan has 5 men on the ice. Wisconsin has 5 men on the ice. I don't know if Pearson wants a penalty on Wisconsin for the rough play in front of the net. I didn't see anything too absurd. It was a couple punches thrown back and forth, really.
Yeah, what caught my eye.
Hockey.
Yeah, I saw Adam Winberg kind of shove into Hayden, the Badgers keeper. That's what really caught my eye. Nothing that seemed so egregious it had to be called.
And now we're ready to get back underway. Josh Norris in the face-off circle against Frederick, and now Frederick again shown the early exit. That's the second time tonight he's been booted from the face-off circle. That'll leave Sean Doogie to take it. Michigan wins it, but the puck goes backwards. Picked up by Frederick. Frederick gives it to Doogie. Doogie pushing up the right-hand side, looking for a pass that goes wide. Battle for the puck on the end boards. Cruising back around is Norris. Now Quinn Hughes has it, and he wraps around his own net to the far side. Gives it to Brendan Warren, who does a back pass off the boards. Winborg sets it nicely for Josh Norris, who throws the puck high. Scooped out of the air easily by Hayton, but the puck will come to the Wisconsin defensive zone. 6:04 remaining in the second period. Shots in favor of the Badgers, 17-13. Face-offs, however, in favor of the Wolverines, 22-9, and that's where we will find ourselves in just a moment, getting back underway. Into the face-off circle for Michigan now is Cooper Marody going up against the captain Cameron Hughes. Marody wins out. Michigan cycling the puck now. Trying to find Calderon in front, cannot do so. Griffin Luce will pick it up at the blue line. He goes back to Dexter Danks behind the net. Danks circling around the far boards. A diving opportunity for Wisconsin missed, and a poke check throws the puck away. Seamus Malone ends the Michigan cycling threat. Marody trying the forecheck. Danks trying the forecheck. Michigan working the puck well. Now Calderon in front, takes a shot! Up over the right shoulder and scores! And there the captain for Michigan, second of the night, cuts the lead in half, 4-2.
There we go. That's the opportunity that Michigan has not been converting so far tonight. Really a point-blank range, not quite, but as close as you can reasonably hope to get and be that unpressured. He really had a good amount of time to select his shot, know where he wanted to go, and executes it perfectly. Breathes new life into this Wolverine team. Now only down 2, they've come back from a worse deficit before.
The defender, Josh S., gave Calderon plenty of room as he came right across the crease and put it up top shelf. Second goal of the night for the captain, second goal for the Wolverines. They still trail by 2, though. A lot of work to be done. 5:19 remaining here in the period. Michigan pushing up again. Ruse has the puck looking for Josh Norris. Norris pushing around. Gathered up by Piazza. Piazza loses it. Fighting to keep it in play was Brendan Warren, but he could not. Now Wisconsin takes the puck in the neutral zone as they push forward, but Joe Ciccone kicks it back around. Josh Norris has the puck. He's seen a lot of minutes here in this period. He's put in good work for Mel Pearson in Michigan. He now takes a seat on the bench to get some rest. Wisconsin keeps their legs out on the ice. Gathered up for the Badgers by Zimmer. He had a goal back in the first period. Now play is blown dead. Offsides, I believe, the call.
And it looks like they're going back into the Wisconsin defensive zone.
So it would be icing then, which is a short icing call. And that will come all the way back down. Michigan again will have a face-off opportunity in the offensive zone. Jake Slaker will take it up against Jared Zerbel. Slaker wins. Lockwood pushes it away. Back to the blue line with Quinn Hughes. Hughes wrapping around Slaker on the left-hand side. Tried to dump it in front for James Sanchez. Puck bounces away and it finds the stick of Jared Zerbel, who pushes up for the Badgers. Dumps around and loses the puck that's gathered up by Slaker. Slaker, nice cross-ice pass to Will Lockwood, who's coming up the right-hand side. Gives it an extra bounce back to Slaker. Slaker over to Quinn Hughes. Hughes dumps it back for Slaker again. He's got a little bit of room. Lets a shot go. Gathered up in front by Hayton. A nice grab in the breadbasket. 3:55 remaining in the second period. Michigan trailing by 2.
It looked like he had James Sanchez intent on screening him, but Hayden was unfazed and was able to come up with the save. Pretty good focus there by Hayden, seeing through Sanchez's screen. And that leaves us with around 4 minutes to go in this period, which has been all over the place, but in the end, the two teams are tied 2-2 so far in the second period. 3:55 exactly left to play.
Michigan still trailing in shots on goal, 17-13. They trail by 2. They've had good looks all night. They've only converted 2 of them, and they've both come off the stick of El Capitan, Tony Calderon.
Yeah, and for the Wolverines, you have to wonder, maybe if they hadn't pushed so much at times, of course, going for that shorthanded goal that ended up resulting in a quick breakaway goal for Wisconsin. Had they just accepted the opportunities that came to them, either converted what their golden opportunities were, or just been more patient, they might not be in this 4-2 deficit, might be 3-2 or even 2-2, had the defenders been a little bit less aggressive. Nonetheless, they are down 4-2, and they're going to have to play the game being down 2 from this point forward.
Vinborg will go up against Sean Doogie. Wisconsin wins the faceoff, a rare win against Winborg. They push up ice. It's gathered up by Doogie on the right circle. He tries to find a centering pass in front, but it's blocked away by Michigan. Gathered up by Dakota Raby. Raby being harassed on the far boards. A loose stick. Not sure who it belongs to. Somebody is stickless out on the ice, and it's Luke Martin. Martin now trying to kick the puck away. Does just enough to allow his defenders to get him some help. Now Michigan with a 2-1 opportunity. A nice pass up to Dakota Raby. Raby with a shot in front. It's blocked away. Nice poke check at the very last second to leave an easy save.
And Jeremy, this is going to sound like a broken record, but once again, a golden opportunity squandered by the Wolverines.
It was a beautiful pass up for the one-on-one to Dakota Raby, and just unable to get the shot off before a last-second poke check for Wisconsin was made off the stick of Wyatt Kalnick.
Yeah, it looks like a great goal-saving effort there by Kalnick.
And we will see yet another icing call. This time against Michigan, it'll come back to their defensive zone. 3:08 remaining in the second period. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Daniel Thompson from the Bob Johnson rink here at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Cooper Marody in the face-off circle for Michigan, wins it in the defensive zone. Now Michigan pushing up with Dexter Danks on the left wing. He tries to find Cooper Marody up the gut and cannot. Nice poke check by Marody trying to keep it in play. Michigan will be offsides as Calderon lets the puck go back to Cameron Hughes, the captain for the Badgers. A little bit of wiggle room for Wisconsin as they move up, but it's cut off quickly by Joe Saccone. Puck back in front. Dangerous gather up by Dexter Danks, but he avoids danger. Puck is riding down the ice. May see another no-touch icing. Nope, Wisconsin gets to it in time to play it up. It'll be a 1v2 for the Badgers as they come back. Quick slap shot blocked away by Hayden Levine. Now Michigan pushing up again. Josh Norris on the right-hand side. He dumps it back, unable to find Nick Boca at the blue line, and the puck goes all the way back to Levine, who will reset for the Wolverines with 2:11 remaining in the second period. Good forecheck by the Badgers, harassing Quinn Hughes behind the net. Michigan gets the puck up. Moving up ice is Brendan Warren. Warren curling around. Lost the puck. Couple of Badgers battling for it. Warren still in the thick of it. Puck won away finally by Wisconsin. Pushing up ice is the other Doogie brother. As he comes up around the right-hand side, around behind the boards, he goes down. Wisconsin fans may be looking half-heartedly for a penalty, nothing coming. Josh Norris with a nice little soft pass to keep possession in favor of Michigan. It's gathered up again by Jason Doogie, who comes up, passing around, cycling around. Wisconsin takes a shot on the short side, blocked by Levine. He's yet to give up a goal after coming in relief for LaFontaine, who gave up 4. Nick Boca for Michigan recollects and gets it up to James Sanchez. 1:12 remaining in the second period. Jake Slaker has it now for Michigan as he bounces it up off the glass and in. Good hit by Will Lockwood behind, trying to win the puck away, but 2 Michigan Wolverines battle for it and wind up losing it on both ends. And now Wisconsin pushing up. Frederick was looking for Sean Doogie, could not find him. Nice diving effort for the Wolverines and a save made by Luke Martin. Puck goes all the way back again. No icing though, as play continues. 35 seconds remaining in the period. Quick slap shot taken for Wisconsin. It rides low off the stick of Tischke. Tischke has the puck again, back in the Wisconsin defensive zone, pushing towards the neutral. Wisconsin looking content to try and maintain possession to end the period here. 17 seconds left. Luke Martin pushing around. Now Michigan moving up again. Maybe one last opportunity with 8 seconds remaining. Cooper Marody trying to find it. He can't. That should just about do it. 2 seconds and 1. And the buzzer will sound at the end of 2 here at the Bob Johnson Rink at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. Wisconsin tallies 2 more in the period. Michigan tallies 1 more, or 2 more as well. A 2-goal deficit for the Wolverines headed into the third. We'll see what Mel Pearson has cooking for the troops in the locker room. Daniel, your thoughts on, again, a fast-moving and very active second period?
Yeah, I think we learned a lot from this period. We saw the Wolverines looked really not in this game, conceding that 4th goal, going down 4-1, and at other times they've looked very in control, scoring that 2nd goal, making it a 2-goal game again, a close game again, and having many great opportunities. The Wolverines, if they could really put together just a solid 5 minutes of consistent play, they could really find themselves back in it. We'll see if that happens.
Michigan with some ground to make up in the third period. They are down 2 to Wisconsin, trying to continue a good streak of play here in conference. We'll be back in just about 15 minutes here on WCBN Sports. You're listening to our coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Daniel Thompson. Again, we leave you with the ambient sounds of the Kohl Center, and we'll be back in a few. Go Blue.
On Wisconsin.
Wisconsin fans, we know there's only one team to care about. Choose the Badgers with the new, fully customizable, easy-to-go. Download the app today. Images and tweets could be deliverable as part of today at the Kohl Center feature presented by U.S. Cellular. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here they are, the hardest working in America. They're the University of Wisconsin band.
Welcome back inside Bob Johnson Rink here at the Kohl Center in Madison, Wisconsin. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. After 2 periods, the Badgers lead the Wolverines by a score of 4-2. It's been a story of fast-paced play and a lot of opportunities for both sides. Jeremy Parks, Austin Falco again. Austin, your thoughts on Michigan's performance so far? It seems as though they're playing just as well, if not better than Wisconsin, just haven't been able to put the opportunities away. A few post shots, a few open opportunities in front where they couldn't get the puck to settle. What do you do if you're Mel Pearson and the Wolverines trying to cut this 2-goal deficit here in the third?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Michigan, a lot of great chances. Jake Slaker's hit the post twice. Countless other breakaway chances stoned so far by Kyle Hayton. Michigan is unable to settle pucks at the time. I'm going to get the pucks. We're just a little bit off right now. I did like what I saw after Michigan went down 4-1. Ended up switching to Hayden Levine, which I don't think was necessarily indicative of Jack LaFontaine's play, but it really lit a fire under the rest of the team. I thought since going down 4-1, Michigan played their best hockey they have all night. All 4 lines were buzzing. They were getting pressure consistently. A team that got every single shift. They had 1 goal to show for it, but they need to keep up that intensity that they played with in about the second half of that second period if they're going to make another 3-goal comeback here tonight, as they did a couple times last weekend.
Both teams skating back out onto the ice now, getting ready for what is sure to be a fun and fast-paced third period. Both teams will start at even strength. There have been a lot of penalties in this game, 4 for each team, totaling 8 minutes for both sides.
I think it's been a pretty clean game played overall, too. A couple of ticky-tack calls here and there, at least in my opinion from our viewpoint up here in Section 210, but even so far, so it's not like one team's getting favored too much over the other.
Well, Michigan's 5 back on the ice, Wisconsin's 5 back on the ice. And heading into the face-off circle, Trent Frederick for the Badgers, Jake Slaker for the Wolverines. Wolverines leading face-offs 27-10. The puck drops, the Badgers win 1 away. We are back underway in the third period here at the Bob Johnson Rink at the Kohl Center. Michigan has the puck in the neutral zone. James Sanchez banging it around. It's on the benches, up and out of play.
Another thing to mention so far, especially in that second half of the second period, Michigan looking very fast, looking very skilled, making great outlet passes, and really getting the forwards out behind the Wisconsin defensemen. That's really been creating the chances here for the Wolverines. Got to keep that up here in the third period.
Face-off inside the neutral zone on the far end from us, just above the blue line of the Wisconsin defensive zone. Little battling, going back and forth. Trent Frederick has been thrown out of the face-off circle 3 times tonight. The referee, again, having a couple words with him. He didn't throw him out that time, but got the face-off down, and Wisconsin won it. Puck goes all the way back to Michigan's end boards for an icing.
Looks like it hopped out of play, actually. I think it's going to come back to about center ice off the tip.
Just in that obstructed zone down in front of us. So back to the center face-off circle where Slaker wins the face-off for the Wolverines, but shovels it right to the stick of Josh S., the defender for Wisconsin. Picked up by Will Lockwood in the neutral zone. He's got a chance on the right, just up, a little high, blocked, and out of play.
And looks like Michigan's going to go back to the power play off a slashing there. I think that's why Slaker wasn't quite able to corral that one as he flung that one well over the top of the goal mouth.
And headed to the box for Wisconsin, it looks to be, again, the defenseman Josh S., who will head to the box for his second penalty of the night. 4 minutes in total, however, he scored the first goal of the night for Wisconsin just 33 seconds into this one.
You guys been able to hold up a +1 so far on the day, partly because he's not been on the ice when Michigan's been having these long possessions in these power plays.
Michigan won it. Cooper Marody has it in the near circle, trying to get the redirect in front, unable to get Dexter Danks' stick. Ciccone giving chase. Wisconsin able to fight it back into the neutral zone. Michigan will regroup. Puck is thrown up, a lazy pass to Danks, who gives it away, and Wisconsin will win it back. 1 minute played here in the third period. 1:33 remaining on the power play for the Wolverines. They trail by 2. Ciccone resets. Heads forward. Again, forecheck pressure from Wisconsin. He gets the puck up to Marody. Now Danks has to wait until his last man in the form of Calderon crosses the line, and that gives Wisconsin enough time to fight and win the puck. They will simply send it down, change out a couple of legs, and again, Michigan will have to reset, and another whistle blows. And this time it's going to be Dexter Danks heading to the box for Michigan, and yet again, Michigan ends their power play opportunity early. 51 seconds into the power play, Dexter Danks heads to the bench.
I think for the second straight time, Michigan ending their power play opportunity on a play well behind where the action was. I didn't catch what the call was or what it looks like a roughing call on Dexter Danks, but it was well behind the play. Just a bad penalty to take there for the senior.
You are correct, roughing, and again, a ticky-tack call off the play, not really that bad of a play by Danks, but he is rung up, and now it's 4-on-4 hockey for a little over a minute. Michigan wins the faceoff. Lockwood standing behind the net. He now works his way up the ice. He's got some speed. Deeks past one defender, throws it in towards the crease. Slaker not fast enough to get there. An easy giveaway, and Wisconsin will come up now.
And the 4-on-4 should favor Michigan's speed. If they're going to throw the puck away like that, it's all for naught.
And now coming around for Wisconsin is Davison. Davison goes wide. Quinn Hughes wins it back for the Maize and Blue. Goes forward to Lockwood up the right-hand side. Lockwood dumps it back for Hughes. Now Hughes pushing to the corner, dumps to Luke Martin at the blue line. Back over to Lockwood, tried the one-timer, couldn't get a hold of it as it squirts down to the end boards. Picked up for Wisconsin by Linhart. As Wisconsin will dump it back, change out a couple of legs. The puck stays with Josh S., who comes out of the box and now heads to his bench. Wisconsin back to full strength. Michigan disadvantaged by a man for 47 seconds as the whistle blows.
Michigan has to get a kill here. They were unable to do so last time they were in this exact scenario. Put them in that 3-goal deficit. And while they have been good at coming back down from 3-0, you don't want to pressure luck too many times.
Josh Norris against Frederick for the faceoff. Puck goes back deep for the Wolverines, gathered by Griffin Luce. Wisconsin keeps it in play, but again gives it away to Nick Boca. Puck shoveling around in the neutral zone. A nice pass finds Josh Norris. He's got Brendan Warren coming across. He finds the stick of Warren. Warren can't get a hold of it. Had an opportunity in the crease. Puck goes wide. Wisconsin recollects. A Wolverine and a Badger down back behind the play. Gathered by Wisconsin, and a quick opportunity in front, blocked away by Michigan. It was Wigsbach able to find his man, but blocked away at the last second by Michigan. And now Wisconsin cycling in front to shot soft in front, gathered by Hayden Levine as play is blown dead.
A couple of great chances there on both ends. It was, first of all, on the Wisconsin end of the ice, puck just jumped over Brendan Warren's stick. Great pass there by Norris to find him. On the Michigan side of the ice, it was loose, scrambling back to where there was one Wisconsin Badger over there on the entire half of the ice. Just able to get over there and made a nice play to break it up with the stick.
Winborg in for the face-off against the captain, Cameron Hughes, for the Badgers. Michigan wins. Two Badgers behind the play, winning the puck. Winborg scoots it up forward. That'll go all the way down to the goalkeeper, Hayton. Wisconsin resets, moves up ice. Moving up the right side now as they send it all the way around, wraps around for Ciccone. And the whistle again held off. Puck flying around, a little loose, somebody trying to come down with it. Wisconsin has a little bit of a chance, but Piazza doubles back and steals the puck away as Michigan comes up ice. Winborg sends it over into the corner as it rustles around behind the net. Gathered up by Wisconsin. Puck goes out of the offensive zone for Michigan into the neutral zone and now into the defensive zone. Bouncing corner to corner. Nick Boca sends it deep. Huge hit leveled by Tarek Baker. Nick Boca still down after the play. He seems shaken up as he slowly gets to his feet. Play was stopped Boca seems like he will go on, but that was a nasty hit leveled here right in front of us on the near boards.
Yeah, Boca definitely still feeling that one. Good for the Wolverines team back out there. They've had a couple mishaps on defense today, but Boca's been pretty solid, getting back in his own zone, getting pucks out.
Defensive zone face-off won by the Wolverines. However, the puck squirts its way back to the blue line and gathered by Wisconsin. They give it away off the corner. Dexter Danks gathers and goes up the left. Cooper Marody up the center. Poked away by a Wisconsin defender and back into the neutral zone where it's gathered by Nick Boca for Michigan. Played up off the boards for Wisconsin. Gathered by Quinn Hughes at the Michigan blue line. Pass to Danks. It's onside. Trying to keep it in play now. Good pressure right at the corner. Trying to find Calderon. Calderon in front. Tried for his hat trick. Couldn't find it.
Just missing there. Nice save there by Kyle Hayton, going to the exact same shoulder that Calderon beat him at last time.
Now Michigan coming up ice with Boca on the left wing. Boca showing some aggression as a defenseman. Now Michigan has to jump back to help. Down a defenseman. Luke Martin collects. Wraps around the net. Gathered up by Kalnick. Kalnick sends it around. Cameron Hughes fighting for it. Cannot find it. Linhart fighting for it. Cannot find it. Puck goes up and out of play. Over on the far side from us, over the benches, and that'll stop play again.
And something to note here, early on in the third period, Wisconsin doing a much better job of corralling the Wolverine outlet passes through the neutral zone. Especially in that second half of the second period, Michigan had it in a groove. I don't know if they saw something on how Wisconsin was playing early on in that period. They were somehow able to figure it out. Wisconsin much more solid up their own blue line so far in this one.
Stoppage on the ice as both teams will recollect at the benches, get some hydration. Michigan trying to overcome a 2-goal deficit here on the road. They will have another opportunity at the Badgers tomorrow night. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern time. We'll have the call for you on WCBN Sports. Michigan trying to get a win in the opener, though, here on the weekend. Road trip in Madison. The capital of the land here in Wisconsin.
It is a big series here for the Wolverines. Obviously coming off a nice series last week against Minnesota. If they can even just take a split here from the Badgers, a top 10 team on the road, you've got to figure they're shaping up pretty well. As you mentioned, top of the broadcast, 9th in the pairwise rankings. Can only go up from there if you're able to stick with a team like Wisconsin.
Puck is back in play, and Michigan pushing up with Josh Norris, loses it. And now Wisconsin tries a up-ice pass, a battle towards the end line as Griffin Luce goes flying into the boards. Wisconsin was trying to get it back to the point, but it's gathered by Alex Ruse on a nice play. And now going flying is Michigan. This may be a delayed penalty. No, it won't be. No call against the Badgers as the puck stays in play. And now Wisconsin pushing up with Linhart. Nice poke check there by Lockwood. Coming back around now is Ford. Ford gets an odd angle shot up over the head of Levine, and that looked good from our angle. And indeed it is. It was a delayed call here at the Kohl Center. That was about a 180-degree perpendicular shot over the head of Levine up into the netting. And another goal as Wisconsin comes ever closer to finishing this one out. Now up 3 with 13:31 to play in the third period.
And we'll have to look at the replay. I think that might have went off a sliding Griffin Luce's skate there. He was sprawled out, did a great job of taking away the pass, but I think it may have tipped off just his right skate and up over the top right shoulder of Hayden Levine.
It's under review.
I don't think there's anything really to overturn.
I don't think there is either unless it was kicked, but there's no way it was kicked from that angle. If it stands, it's a very nice goal for the right winger, Jason Ford.
You have to see a replay here, but yeah, again, I really don't think there's anything that would overturn this call. Clear goal from here. It hit the back of the net and stayed in there. It's not like it bounced straight back out either.
Awaiting the call as the referee puts his helmet back on. Steps out of the box. Good goal. 5-2 Wisconsin here in the third period.
And another lapse on defense for the Wolverines, giving up Yet another odd man rush. A little more understandable here in the third period, trailing by 2, trying to get something going. But still costly there, and that one's got to sting.
Mel Pearson's squad just can't seem to find the right groove tonight. Everything falling for Wisconsin, nothing falling for Michigan. Wisconsin wins the faceoff. Sending it deep, and Michigan will collect. Gathered by Piazza, who sends it to Raby. Raby looking for Piazza, can't find him. Ciccone has it, and he goes to Winboard. Both 2 players down after the play. It was a crash into the goalkeeper, Hayden Levine. Getting back up for Wisconsin is Tarek Baker. Battle for the puck. Deep in the Wisconsin zone. Comes back out for the Badgers. Referee in the way as it's collected by Pastjov. Pastjov to Boca. Boca comes up ice. Working his way to the right side, and the play again blown dead.
And unlike after Michigan's 4th goal, or rather Wisconsin's 4th goal, Michigan looks very flat after this one. Really trying to do it all themselves, not involving their teammates like they were in the second period. It's almost like they've given up out there on the ice to an extent.
After that last goal, deflating for Michigan, who at points has looked poised to come right back into the game, and now they're shut with the door pretty well closed, down 3 with 12:30 to play. Alex Ruse has it behind the Wisconsin net. Wisconsin again clearing around the boards to the near side. Gathered up by the Badgers, coming up close. Deflection off the stick of Josh Norris, up and out of play. And as we said, Michigan will have another opportunity tomorrow night, but tonight, if the score holds, a story of missed opportunities for the Maize and Blue.
Yeah, Michigan dominating the shot totals and the face-off totals. It seems like they should be dominating on the scoreboard too, but just is not the case.
Jake Slaker in the face-off circle against Frederick. Won by Slaker. Wisconsin, however, gets the puck behind the net. Bouncing around as it's gathered up by Doogie. James Sanchez has an opportunity. A nice cross pass to Lockwood. Lockwood looking for Sanchez again. Just a bit behind him as he falls to the ice. And it's picked up by Frederick. Badgers move forward into the offensive zone. Pass taken away by Lockwood, but quickly regathered by Frederick. Frederick's got room in front. Poked away with the paddle by Levine. Another shot on goes wide. Sanchez coming around. Michigan cannot sustain possession as Lockwood is racing up the ice. Luke Martin winds up with it off the boards. Quick shot dumped in as Michigan will get some fresh legs. And now another fight in front of the net. Luke Martin goes down to the ice. On a big shove, he got into it with a few different players from the Badgers. And he winds up with his tuchus on the cold ice.
Yeah, Martin following up a shot that he really didn't have too much business following up. Looked to me like Hayton had that one well in hand before Martin skated over and got it up in a couple.
I think that's going to offset, yep. Heading back to the box for Wisconsin, Ryan Wagner. Luke Martin heading to the box for the Wolverines. Danny Heatley, former Wisconsin hockey legend, here in the house tonight. Happy to see his Badgers up 3 with 11:23 to play.
And conveniently, a Danny Heatley jersey over there in the Wisconsin student section as they bow down to the former Badger.
The classic Sens jersey.
Fits in well with the Wisconsin red and white.
Both teams will play with 4 on the ice.
I think he's about to get his jersey signed over there by Danny Heatley too.
He had a signature on the back. I don't know if he's going to get it signed again or if he's just going to meet him. Meanwhile, play's back underway. Michigan wins the face-off, and Ciccone has it, gives it to Calderon. 4-on-4 hockey here for 2 minutes. Wisconsin with the puck now. It's gathered up by Malone. Seamus Malone. Back over. Nice slap shot one time by Kalnick. Unable to find the net. Good save by Levine. Picked up by Ciccone. to Cooper Marody as he goes up on the right side. Kalnick sends it back for Josh S. And S gives it to Kalnick, who throws it up the ice, trying to get a win down deep, but Tarek Baker just a bit too slow as it's picked up by Piazza. Piazza pushing on the left-hand side. He skates in. Soft pass in front, nobody home as the glove goes down to it.
And again, the Wolverines just looking stagnant there. Nobody really spreading out. All just kind of grouped together, going through the motions. You had a chance there, had a bit of a 4-on-3 opportunity with Wisconsin Badger down in the Michigan end of the ice and just squandered it.
It'll be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Wolverines, and really, if they want to get back into this game, they need a goal fast.
Yeah, only 10:31 left. If you're going to make a comeback, it has to start now, exactly.
Michigan wins the face-off. Wisconsin battling for it as they push it out of play. Again, a missed opportunity. Quinn Hughes gathers. Resetting. The forecheck pressure from Wisconsin has been not incredibly powerful, but has been good enough to frazzle the Wolverines all night.
Yeah, I definitely think it was better early on. Wisconsin sitting back a little bit now, just trying to play at their own blue line and preserve the lead.
Now Brendan Warren for the Wolverines as he tries to throw it across. Was looking for Hughes, and it bounces away. Regathered by Nick Boca, who goes up to Norris. Norris has an option with Hughes on the left side, threw it behind him, and now they'll reset in the neutral zone. Hughes with a nice move, frees himself of his defender. He goes up the center, has room one-on-one for Quinn Hughes in front. Shot, score! A deke and a nice little shimmy and shake, and Quinn Hughes, the offensive defenseman, with a nice goal for the Wolverines. It might have been tipped for Josh Norris, but it was all Quinn Hughes to set it up. We'll see who they credit the goal to. Either way, Michigan is back within 2, 5-3, 9:36 remaining in the third period.
Yeah, I think you and I have had chances to talk a little bit about Quinn Hughes and how he can be a little bit too cute sometimes as the offensive defenseman.
I think it went off, so Hughes got in front, had the initial chance blocked. It's going to be under review here, I think, for just a moment to see who they credit the goal to.
Yeah, I didn't see any kicking motion or anything. It might go to Hughes there off his skate.
I think Norris tried to catch the rebound, and it wound up going eventually off the stick of Hughes was the call. Hughes was the one celebrating the goal.
I saw Norris with the celebration behind the net. I think both guys thought they had the goal. Regardless, as long as the goal stands, I don't think it's going to matter whose goal it is.
Referees conferencing. See if I can find anything here. Looks like internet perspective gives it to Quinn Hughes. That was my initial inclination as well, but they will review it, especially probably like you said to see if there was a kick in any way, which would disallow the goal. Either way, Quinn Hughes just went through 3 Wisconsin defenders all the way to a one-on-one opportunity in front as a defenseman.
From his own blue line, too. He took, like you said, 3 Wisconsin Badgers, split the 2 D-men at the Wisconsin blue line, and made something happen when Michigan desperately needed something to happen. Big play there by the freshman.
Young freshman out of Orlando, Florida. He is draft eligible this year. You and I have talked a few times about this. Could very well be a top 5 pick in the NHL draft.
And definitely, we talk about offensive defensemen at Michigan, and you immediately think of Zach Rowensky, who's now over with the Columbus Blue Jackets. And Quinn Hughes very much in that mold of being able to handle the puck, has a solid shot. You're going to look at the replay here. If it went off of Hughes' skate in front,
this is a big call for Michigan. Again, down by 3 right now. If the goal stands, they're down by 2, and they still have about 10 minutes to play.
It does look like it went off of Norris's skate as he slid in, but it may have also gone off of Hughes' skate. He did not have a kicking motion.
And it doesn't have to be a kick, like you said.
May have.
It could go off the skate, but as long as it's not a forward thrusting motion towards the net, it could be a good goal. The referee's still conferencing together in the box.
Tough call. It might have actually gone off one of the Wisconsin players back there.
The call on the ice was a goal, so if there isn't irrefutable evidence that it was a kick, the goal will have to stand.
And the more I see it, I think it went off of Max Zimmer's skate, actually, as he skated in and tried to clear that one from the goal mouth. Just based on the angle it flew in right between the wickets of Hayton there.
Still no opinions online here that seem really substantial. Pessimistic Michigan fans on the Twitterverse almost assured that the goal will be waved off.
It kind of seems that way, the way Michigan is.
They're taking a heck of a long time here. Taking a heck of a long time. And like you said, yeah, again, Michigan had a lot of opportunities tonight. This, if it is disallowed, is just another opportunity gone begging, but referee still conferencing. Michigan fans right in front of them. The headset finally comes off. We'll see what they've got. The helmet comes back on.
We got some thumbs up from some Michigan fans. I don't know if it's because they're on the scoreboard, and it's disallowed.
The goal is waved off. The score remains 5-2 in favor of Wisconsin.
And I'll be honest here, the Big Ten referees get a lot of flack. I didn't see anything that could possibly overturn that call. It looked like it could have gone off of 3 different players there. There was no definitive evidence. Unless they have an angle that we didn't see here at the Kohl Center, I just don't see how you can wave that goal off at all.
Head referee Stephen McInchak waves it off, and Michigan goes back down by 3. I'm right there with you, Falco. Not sure how that one was disallowed. Just, you couldn't tell from any of the angles, at least that we saw here in-house. And now back to the face-off circle for Michigan. Wisconsin wins it away. That could very well be a nail in the coffin for Michigan. Will Lockwood, however, has it down deep. Gives it to Ciccone. Ciccone takes a shot. Comes right back. Slapper from the point and scores.
Michigan gets their 4-on-4 goal right back, and that play was all made by Will Lockwood. Looked like Wisconsin was able to gain possession of the puck behind their own net and clear that. Will Lockwood took it away, found the open defenseman right down the middle of the ice at the blue line, and he hammered it home top left corner.
Joe Ciccone with a snipe, top shelf. And just after the goal is disallowed, Michigan goes right back to being down by 2, 5-3 with 9:22 remaining in the third period.
And for the guy in Ciccone who's had a bit of a rough game, hasn't really been able to locate the puck on offense or defense all game long, does a fantastic job there. The pass was a little off to his left. He handled it, and like I said, just hammered it home. An absolute rifle off the stick of Joe Ciccone.
Play back underway now as the puck goes down deep.
It's going to be an icing on Michigan, brought back into their own end. The Kohl Center noticeably a little bit more tense here.
Michigan is, again, with momentum at their back. Defensive zone face-off. Michigan loses it. Wisconsin takes a shot that's blocked by Calderon. Gathered by the Badgers. Puck still in play for Wisconsin in their offensive zone. Cycling back around to Kalnick. There's a broken stick down on the ice. Hayden Levine pokes it away with the paddle. Wisconsin, open opportunity in front. Almost a quick response goal for Wisconsin. It was Seamus Malone alone right in front, but a nice stop from Hayden Levine keeps it just a 2-goal deficit.
That big stop there from Levine to be aware of Malone bearing down on him right there and soak that one up right in the gut. Big save there to keep the Wolverines potentially in this game. Still a lot of time left here, too.
Timeout on the ice as the teams will again get another opportunity to conference. For Wisconsin, Tony Granato, the head coach in his second season here in Madison, trying to tell his troops not to rest too easy on their laurels. Just up 2. It's a dangerous lead to have with good time left to play, 8:49 left.
And we mentioned a little bit at the beginning of that 4-on-4 sequence that ended up with Michigan having that disallowed goal and immediately scoring the Joe Ciccone goal. Wisconsin maybe a bit on their heels. They didn't really show in that last shift. They were able to get some pressure in the Michigan defensive zone, but the Badgers are on their heels here. It's something that the quick, skilled Wolverines can potentially take advantage of, especially those top 2 lines that have been solid for most of the night. Consistently, more importantly, bottom 2 lines have pitched in here and there, but I think you're going to need that top 2 line to once again come through. If you're going to get these last 2 goals, you need to stay in this one.
Again, WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Austin Falco. Michigan trying to come back here in the third period in Madison. They're down 2 with 8:49 left. Michigan wins the defensive zone faceoff. Puck rattles around to the end boards. Picked up by Luke Martin, pushing up ice. Dumps it to Ruse. Alex Ruse. They had Brendan Warren wide, but couldn't get to him. Luce now gives it to Warren up the left side, who dumps it in deep. Skating around quickly, it's gathered by Luke Martin at the point. He rifles one in. Ruse was there almost with a deflection, but it goes wide. Now Josh Norris with an open opportunity in front for Warren, and not able to get a stick to it as the puck rattles away again. Michigan looking threatening.
And Brendan Warren's been around the puck all night. Right places, right time, just hasn't cashed in yet.
Good pressure from Michigan, a few gloves down on the ice. Brendan Warren throws it back. Now it's over to Luke Martin on the right. He throws a shot wide. Griffin Luce fights to keep the puck in play and does so. Then Wisconsin picks it up and promptly takes it back across the neutral zone. Wisconsin will get a wholesale line change. Now Michigan with an opportunity up the ice. It's Pastujov. Pastujov throws one just wide. Goes right and rattles back to the near side neutral zone boards. Nick Boca has it. Passes back to Quinn Hughes, who goes right up the center again. Quinn Hughes still dancing with it. Over on the right side, looking for a pass. He's got one across in front. Nick Boca. Shot blocked away. I think it's caught up in the glass and the netting up high. Out of play. Blown dead.
I think it was Jason Doogie making a nice sliding block there. Another great find there from Quinn Hughes going cross ice from the right circle back over to the left point, where he did have his defenseman open, just unable to cash in with Martin.
Notre Dame, who currently sits at the top of the Big Ten hockey standings, ranked number 4 in the nation, wins 4-1 here tonight as the Irish continue to roll. Slaker now in the face-off circle against Frederick for Michigan in the offensive zone. It's one away. Back to Quinn Hughes, and Hughes loses it, and that's going to give Wisconsin a chance. Pushing up ice is Ford. Ford throws it wide. It was actually Sean Doogie, I should say. Now Doogie has it behind the net. Nice hit laid down by Boca on him, and Michigan takes the puck back. Good cross pass over to Slaker. Slaker finds Will Lockwood, but he's offsides.
Almost a great play there. A couple backhanded passes where it looked like Michigan wasn't going to have anything really going through the neutral zone. Slaker and Lockwood almost made some magic happen. They've done it several times over the past year and a half or so in Ann Arbor. They've looked pretty solid all night long, and you have to find the score sheet for either of those. I just said Slaker's hit post twice. Could be a very different ballgame if he's able to put the biscuit in the basket.
7:01 to play in the third period. Face off from the center circle, won by the Wolverines. Cooper Marody has it. He finds Calderon, who brings it into play in the offensive zone. He finds Danks around the corner. Danks is hit, and it bounces away. Kept in play at the blue line by Saccone, who dumps back. Gathered up again, Saccone from the point. Can't find it. Puck loose in front. Michigan battling for it. Now the puck's behind the net. Scrambling around. Michigan cycles it back to Saccone at top. Back over to Piazza. Gives it away. Back to Saccone again. Saccone gets in front of a diving defender. Takes another shot inside. It's blocked by a few skates on the way. Michigan still has possession. Dexter Danks threw it around the end boards, where it's going to be gathered up by S. And Wisconsin clears it away as they will get their line change. Now Michigan with a full cross-ice pass. Danks kicks it off his skate to avoid the icing call as it bounces in. Lockwood tries to give the forecheck pressure. Ford has the puck. Just squirts back into the neutral zone to the stick of Dakota Raby. Now Wisconsin sends it forward. Baker throws it wide. Michigan dancing around. Now Ford has it. He scored the last goal for Wisconsin. Another opportunity in front, right into the gut of Hayden Levine. A good save. 5:38 remaining here in the third period. Michigan down 5-3 to the Badgers.
And Tyler Inamoto had a great chance there. The defenseman come up from that left side. Had a lot of open ice. Just fired it straight into the gut of Hayden Levine. Not a great shot there from the defenseman, but again, Hayden Levine standing strong here ever since he came in. Only that one goal allowed, keeping the Wolverines in it, if only for at least a little bit longer.
It'll be Norris against Zimmer in the face-off circle. Zimmer wins it. But Michigan able to regain possession off the faceoff. Zimmer fighting for it though, regains possession himself and comes back around the net. Cycles back around. Battle for it on the near side boards. One away by the Wolverines, and Quinn Hughes with the puck. Moving up ice, he's got Warren. Warren cuts inside. Cross ice to Norris. Norris takes a shot, just goes off the leg pad of the keeper, Hayton.
Looking for a rebound there, I think Norris was.
Gathered by Luke Martin. Pushed back again. Wisconsin will change out a few skates. Quinn Hughes has the puck. Just under 5 minutes to play. To Luke Martin. Martin throws the wraparound. Picked up by Wisconsin, and Tischke coming up with it now. Tischke throws it up himself. Michigan with a couple more skates on the ice. Trying to find James Sanchez. Bounces off the boards into the possession of Wisconsin, but quickly rebounded right back to the stick of Sanchez. Back into the neutral zone. Wisconsin will reset. The puck is blocked by Will Lockwood, who grabs it and throws it up. Thrown away with the paddle by Hayton. Michigan has it in the neutral zone. Picked up by Lockwood on the right, who throws it back to Luke Martin. Little saucer pass over to Lockwood. Lockwood's got an option on the left. He's got Sanchez, throws it just wide, and it bounces off the boards and rattles back behind. Sanchez giving chase. Now a wrap up on the boards. Michigan gets it back. Piazza has it. Waiting for his last man to cross the blue line. A bit slow to get back with Sanchez. Now an open shot up the middle for Slaker, and it bounces off of his stick. Michigan struggling to get something going. They need 2 goals in the last 3 minutes and 30 seconds here to play in the Kohl Center.
Only a matter of time before we see Hayden Levine come off the ice.
I'd imagine around the 2:30 mark. Picked up by Cameron Hughes, the captain. They had an opportunity in front. Wisconsin misses. Danks gives it up to Calderon. Calderon on the right-hand side. Thrown across in front. Tried to find Cooper Marody, unable to do so. I think the next offensive possession up the ice, you'll see Michigan pull Hayden Levine, the tender.
Yeah, he'll field down behind the net, and I have to imagine he's coming right about now.
We'll see. They're keeping him behind for the moment. 2:55 to play. Michigan's down 2 goals. They get it up to Jason Doogie, who throws it right into the chest of Levine, and that stops play at 2:49 left. Again, you're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Jeremy Parks alongside Austin Falco. 5-3 right now in favor of Wisconsin. Michigan running out of time to make the comeback.
I think you've seen out of Coach Mel Pearson exactly what I was talking about. Those first 2 lines are going to be the ones that have to get it done. The shifts to the bottom 2 lines, the lines centered by Norris and Winborg, haven't seen the ice a whole lot here in the last 5 minutes of play or so. Some long shifts out there for that Slaker-Lockwood line, as well as that first line with Marody and Calderon and Danks. Have to imagine the same continues here. I think Mel Pearson may have called a timeout here in order to keep those guys fresh for the home stretch. Again, needing those 2 goals, like you said, in the last 2:49 of play here. Going to take a mini miracle here at the Kohl Center, I think.
Wisconsin skates back from their bench onto the ice. We'll see how quickly Michigan pulls Hayden Levine. Again, as we said, he's going to have to start in net here off the face-off in the defensive zone.
Looks like Josh Norris about ready to come on the ice. He was going out there for the face-off for a second before being called off.
Face-off will be Winborg. He will face off against Ryan Wagner. Badgers win it. Now Michigan has it with Ciccone. They'll go up the ice, and I think you'll see Levine dart over now. Nope, he is still staying in his area, and now he does as Quinn Hughes wraps around. Throws it back to the point for Ciccone. Extra man on the ice for Michigan. Bounces back around for Quinn Hughes. Back over to Norris. Norris to Lockwood. Lockwood over to Slaker, who takes a shot wide. Lockwood again has a chance from the slot. Diving kick save. Handled down by Ciccone, and now here comes Wisconsin. This should do it. Coming up the ice for the goal, Jared Zerble. That is all she wrote. Here from the Bob Johnson rink at the Kohl Center, Wisconsin will walk away tonight with a 6-3 victory.
And I think it's going to be just a tale of missed opportunities here for Wolverines in this one. Even on that last possession, some nice cross-ice passes there from Lockwood to Slaker over there, and Slaker just unable to find that top corner a couple times, had one of them blocked, and then just missed that top corner of the net once. And as you said, that's going to be all she wrote here for Michigan.
We're down to the final 2 minutes to play here. Levine will stay back in the net now with Michigan down by 3. Luke Martin has the puck. He whiffs on a pass, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 opportunity for the Badgers. It might be more, and indeed it is. A giveaway, and another goal goes to Tarek Baker, and they throw a little bit of salt in the wound. It's now 7-3 Badgers.
And Luke Martin understandably not happy at all, slamming his stick up against the glass over by the Michigan bench as he comes off. You have to imagine Coach Mel Pearson and the rest of the coaching staff not going to be very happy with this one either. Oh, the score looks much worse than what the Wolverines played today.
A lot of goals here tonight in Madison, 10 all in all. 7-3 Wisconsin, 1:53 remaining. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey. Boca is still skating off the ice. Michigan had 6 men on, so they delay the face-off. And now a send-off as Zerbel is sent out, and in comes Max Zimmer. Michigan wins it to Luke Martin, now just to play out the last few minutes. Michigan will fall to 6-4-1. They'll be 2-2-1 in the Big Ten. Wisconsin will go up to 8-5-1, 3-2 in conference play. An important couple of points for the Badgers. We needed it after a split series against the bottom feeder team in the conference, Michigan State, last weekend in East Lansing.
Yeah, big couple points, and the all-important pairwise rankings, a leap coming from Wisconsin as well. They came in ranked 27th. Michigan came in ranked number 9. That'll be nice for the Badgers. With Notre Dame well in front of the conference right now, just looking like an absolute machine. Important for all the Big Ten teams to make up as much ground as they can in those pairwise rankings in case they're not able to pull out a Big Ten tournament win at the end of the season.
Wisconsin was 26th in pairwise. Michigan was 9th coming into tonight. Those should shift pretty drastically based off the loss here. And although it looks lopsided, it wasn't all that lopsided in terms of play. Michigan had plenty of opportunities, just couldn't do anything with it. They'll play out the last few minutes here, cycling around with 1:14 left. A slap shot taken from the point by Quinn Hughes is gathered in by Hayton.
Yeah, Michigan's a power play off a slashing there from Tyler Inamoto, so perhaps just trying to pad the power play stats at this point.
Face-off will be in the offensive zone for Josh Norris. Has another send-out for the Badgers. And finally won by the Wolverines. However, lazy play by Lockwood, and it's picked up by Wisconsin. Baker coming up the ice again after just scoring the 7th goal of the night for Wisconsin.
And aside from goal, I think lazy is the second most word you said today.
Michigan gets it back. Good action here. Quinn Hughes takes a little wrist shot. And again, it's gathered by Hayton. Well, Michigan will have another chance to split the series here at the Kohl Center tomorrow night. For those of you still tuning in, a reminder that you can catch Michigan football at Camp Randall live tomorrow at noon on WCBNsports.org. And then hockey here again, same time, same place. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, or 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. WCBN Sports with all the coverage you need. Michigan playing out the last 38 seconds now. They come up the ice again with Piazza. Piazza up the left-hand side. His pass blocked away. Picked up by Ciccone. Ciccone circles right back in front to Calderon, who still could get a hat trick if he scores in the closing seconds. And Wisconsin sends it all the way down. 19 seconds and ticking.
I believe Michigan hockey tweeted out earlier on 5 goals in his last 2 games does Calderon, so maybe just try to make that look even better Calderon, undrafted. Would be a nice boost for his draft stock. He can make the numbers look a little bit better potentially.
Now some words being exchanged by the Wolverines at the end of the game. I think there was a shot taken at the last moment by Piazza. Josh S. did not take kindly to it, shoved his head as they head to the handshake line. And that'll do it from the Kohl Center here in Madison. Badgers win 7-3 tonight. Austin, your final thoughts on this one?
Again, we said it time and time again, just missed opportunities. Michigan outshot the Badgers. They won the face-off battle. We don't have stats for it, but I'm fairly confident Michigan had both more chances and more quality chances on the evening here against the Badgers, but just unable to get pucks into the net. The Badgers seemed like, as you mentioned, everything was falling. Not necessarily unlike the last time we saw Michigan face a Wisconsin team in this building. That one was on the hardwood, of course. Very similar tale of the tape tonight between these two teams. Just unable to cash in with the Wolverines.
And again, that'll do it here from the Bob Johnson rink at the Kohl Center. Michigan pulls the short stick tonight. They fall 7-3 to in-conference rival Wisconsin. We'll be live tomorrow at noon with football from Camp Randall Stadium, where Michigan will take on the Badgers, and then back again at 8 p.m. here at the Kohl Center for another round between these two sides. For Austin Falco, Daniel Thompson, Will Yang, I've been Jeremy Parks. As always, we leave you with a good night and a Go Blue.